Oh, good. Good work. Hi, everyone. About a minute too soon, so give me a second, and we'll get started after 7 o'clock. About 30 seconds, I suppose. I used to know a song. I can't remember it anymore. Everyone knows this one. Well, not everyone. It's Marshall Tucker Band. I highly suggest you look them up if you're a younger generation. Listen to a lot of the 70s music, Steely Dan, Marshall Tucker, Alan Parsons Project, Allman Brothers. Well, there's just so freaking many. And you can really find some really good music in there. All right. We got 4 in the chat now, more coming in. There's, 4, 5, 6. Good. Hello, Willow. Say hello in the chat, everyone. Would like you to say hi. Jennifer's here. Hello, Jennifer. That's about it. There we go. Hi, everyone. Everyone say hi to Jennifer. JP's in the house. There's Kim. Give us a thumbs up. And all of you who are joining, 2 things. Let me get that out of the way. If you like the channel, feel free to subscribe, and you'll get notified of the Sundays, but it's pretty much it. Sundays, 7 o'clock. I might do a pop on every now and again, 7 p.m. Central Time. Hey, Kevin, welcome. And the other thing is, if the link down there, if you care to donate to the channel, to me, Roxanne, go ahead and click the donation. Let's get going. So, as language of lights, welcome. As I ascend, and that's what we're doing, and I learn an incredible amount of stuff about humanity through my own truths. I can't learn them through other. I have to learn them. I have to learn everything through the truth that I am. And I am very well versed in, armed to the teeth with my humility, my brutal honesty, my courage, my trust, and of course my awoken self. That's the observer. That's the one that I rely on. Now I have emotional selves, identified selves that put me in a world of vibration that's not resonant with the nature of myself. Okay, I'm an im. I am an I am. I'm an original frequency of my truth, and I've never, ever, ever been told anything different. As a collective, I'm one, and all reflects to me my truth, so I may know myself. Before I came to humanity, I've never experienced a judgment upon myself. I never felt bad. I never felt like a victim. I never had hope. I never demanded. I never cried or screamed or hollered at another. I never blamed. I never felt betrayed. I never felt success, nor did I feel loss. I learned these things on relationship of separation through the incarnation of humanity, and it is an exceptional class. We don't know how much we're building the gestalt of us. The gestalt, folks, someone had asked, that's the whole thing of you. It's all of you. It's a German word, gestalt. It's everything. So we build ourselves and we continue to grow Seth said it best. The moment you know yourself, you're 10 times larger because you're always knowing, you're always moving, you're always learning. And humans don't learn unless they're doing a task of learning, like reading, writing, uh, uh, going to school, getting educated. That's learning in the definition of humanity. But there's so much more to learn without going to school. I promise you, there's a whole world of experience that is telling you what is possible in creation. You have to learn the interpretation. You have to learn that your interpretation gives you the truth. And you have to make the choice whether you want your truth to continue to be a polarized version of reality that you all are very well versed in. I have a neighbor that was doing something, working on his truck, and I went out to him, and I'm a good mechanic. You know, I grew up in the car dealership, and I know how to turn wrenches, and not much on the new ones. A lot of technology on the new ones, but I know my way around some of the stuff on these newer cars. But and asked him if he needed any help. And anyways, I asked him, and he's like, well, "Tell me about his problem." And we talked about it a little bit. It's an electrical thing. And then after a couple of minutes, there was a building of repertoire because we've only passed each other and said hello. But there was a building of a commonality. We built a quick relationship on my knowledge of what he was going through and my offerings to where to look at it. And he put up a subwoofer and a amp, and it's having problems. So we made some suggestions on what he could look for to help him fix that. And then he went into an automatic, here's someone I can reflect on in his mind. So he spilled his guts to me about, I don't know him from Adam, and then he just starts talking because he's in pain. You know, he's having a hard time. He's in a little bit of pain. So I talked to him about, and what I saw was a cycle in its immediacy. He played the victim because his girlfriend, and then his new girlfriend, his wife cheated on him, and then his new girlfriend's cheated on him too. And I'm like, I wonder why. And he thinks it's them, but it's never them. It's not him to blame, but it's him in a relationship. You know, he has to look at the relationship he's having with his way he relates with his women. He has to find the truth within, and that'll change his life. But he doesn't want to hear that because that's pain. So my point is I want you to know that Ascension is a very uncomfortable journey. It is frustrating. It is arduous. It is painful. It'll hurt you. It'll make you so mad. You're just like, why the fuck am I doing this to myself? Because you're going to have to root out those relationships of truth. Okay? Here's the truth. If you have fear, that's a truth. That's a perspective. That's a truth. You guys understand? A truth is a reality relationship. So if you're afraid, and now watch, here's your fear, and then you assign it, and then you're afraid of that. So the calculating mind, polarized as it is, wants to resolve so you can get rid of the fear, and then you look for that balance. And there's many ways to lose your fear. You can have hope. You can take drugs. You can escape. You can come up with a solution. You know, it's a fear of loss, and you need to fix to maintain. You look for the solution. You ask around. You try to get the solution, and then you don't actually ascend fear. You keep it. You keep it. Why would you want to keep fear? Well, because we didn't know we can get rid of it. We didn't know we can deconstruct the truth. You know, I don't have fears. I finally transcended them. And it took a lot of fucking work. rage, anger, a lot of work. So much work. And then you get this cool fucking self. And your mind wants to make it more cool. It wants to be part of the team. That's the turncoat. It's against you. No, this doesn't work. Don't do that. And then you get results and you're like, oh yeah, now what do we do to make it better? That's the turncoat mind. That's the one always trying to get appetite, because that's the truth of you, that you have to be improved, that you need to be better, that you need to avoid, that you need to calculate, that you need to be responsible, that your obligations are dutiful and honorable, and your reputation is staked on these things. Well, I can tell you this, those are prisons. They're external tendrils. You've tied yourself to the externalism of reality, of those vibrational truths of interpretation that are standards of humanity, of behavior. And those truths get you to behave. Your behavior, vibration, creates your vortex and draws in the reality. And you don't see anything except the same self. I watched the kid cycle himself. He cycled right into his own comfort zone. To break that out, you have no identity. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do with yourself if you didn't have a fucking problem. Don't think for 1 second how you want to get rid of your problems, because as soon as there's no problems, you're going to go, fuck, I'm bored. I need a fucking problem. I need something to do. Oh, don't discount the appetite of that void when you come upon a time of peace and serenity, because you've moved past your immature ways, and then this void is felt, and then you want to do something about this void, and your ego, mind, your algorithmic, your recorded, your grooved self, the habit self that you really think is you, is bullshitting you into another cycle. And you got to be on guard for that. Trachnia toshna, kumbachania kafaya koda, shifoma. Give me a second, guys. Koshniko kufanakika. It's a fucking fiata tushna fiaka. Fuck that. Grania toshna. It's a cycle of cowardice. Why the fuck are you doing what you're doing to yourself every day if you know better? We are such a magnificent being, and you'll never see it until you fucking die. Take your goddamn dirt nap, go through your awakening process, and then go home, reflect on your life, decide if you want to undo your death, decide if you want to reincarnate or go on to your next adventure, and you'll be home again. But you've missed an opportunity, and that's not a lack. See, that's not lack to choose to go home. You can go home and not choose to come back and not choose to do this work. But what it is, it's an opportunity that you've afforded yourself, because you've given yourself enough courage and trust for that opportunity not to squander it on the avoidance of pain and transcendence of a being, transcendence of a species, a representation of a light bearer, one that bears its light. Way different than a light worker. Extremely different. You would love to transcend fear, Kim says. It is the most impressive thing you can do. I was afraid of everything because I was taught to be afraid of everything. My mom was afraid of everything. I watched my mom growing up. I was mommy's little girl, And all I could do was be afraid of everything. I was afraid of the doorbell. I was afraid of the fucking phone. I was afraid of the police. I was afraid of everything because they taught me I was wrong and you're going to get in trouble for fucking everything. So I was afraid. But I transcended that fear. I'm not afraid of anyone or anything. It's the greatest thing because I don't fear death. I don't fear loss. I've transcended fear. So I can't have loss. I can't have hope. I can't have desire. Because though hope and desire is an avoidance of self, it wants to be the self of more instead of the self that is. You don't even know who you are and you're wanting to change yourself. Get to know who the fuck you are first. This mind is going to ridicule you. I still have judgments in here. I don't have fear. I don't have desires. I don't have need. But I got judgments still. I got resounding little judgments. My behavior is always on stage, always under the gun from the judging ego. Because I was afraid of I was doing something wrong, so my ego is trying to navigate reality according to what it thinks, but no one else agreed with my fucking mind thinks. So I said, wow, I gotta be me because I can't live for the fucking mirror anymore. But the habit is difficult to change. So this guy is gonna cycle himself because he doesn't want to face his own self, his truth. He doesn't know how, probably. But you do. You know from this watching this channel, my work, that you can observe your own behaviors. That you can tell the mirror to hang on, shut the fuck up, I'm not listening to you right now. I'm going to do something for me. And you're going to reflect and be humble to the truth when you're trying to assign and blame that person for your pain, and you know it's your bullshit. And you choose to go beyond that. Oh, JP, 20 Canadian dollars. Boom! So proud to say I was one of Roxanne's masters. Yes, you were, JP. These days, I'm learning Spanish and hoping to move to Mexico one day. I will be sure to bring my freezer full of humble pie. Thanks, Roxanne. You're most welcome, JP. And there is no hope. I know that about that now. See, let me show you. Let me teach you about manifestation, okay? Manifestation has everything to do with will. But will is a certain vibration. When it is unfiltered, it is pure creation. It is willing everything into the place. It means it's attracting, calling all of creation that services you every day and forms a reality of that vibrational truth that you are pursuing. And everything will fall into place. Now, down here, we live in time, so you better be fucking patient and never be forced timing. Be natural timing, everyone. Always natural timing. Read your Seth, okay? So your will run through filter dissipates it. It offers variables. Your filter is hope. Your filter is I'm not sure. Your filter is how's it going to work? What do I need to do? But see, when you're not in the future, in your now, that vibration, that thought is already coming. Your Spanish is already coming. Mexico's already coming. You stay now and be unfiltered will, and you will manifest. Everything will fall into place. That's trusting yourself. That's courage to choose the truth, to choose the truth of yourself in the now. I kind of help this guy, talk to him a little bit, but the truth of it is no. Because he doesn't want to wake up. Not now. He's not ready. He's not ready for that. When he is, he'll say, I need your help. Remember that. Always remember, guys. Never go preaching. They'll find you. When they're ready for your light, they'll find you. Okay? Let's celebrate their first super online. I think, yeah, this is a cool super. I really like this one. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Timmy! Hi, Roxy. It has been a while. Good to see you, Tim. So, So your manifestations, everybody, is not intention. Look at the intention. That's time. Now I'm less than what I'm supposed to be in the future. I intend to be this person. But you're not being this person. You're being that person through your relationship of what? You perceive it, which is a memory, which is a vibration of the past, which is the vibration of not now. It's an inauthentic self. It's a vibrational self of separation. You don't want to use that source to manifest. Doesn't mean it can't be done. You can manifest, but it'll take an arduous trip for you to get there. And it won't be what you expected. It never is. All of you know that by now. But what you need to understand is that if you're manifesting through the will of the now, it's completely different. You know? I can't wait to show you guys my broom and how I manifested and how it got put together. I didn't think I would build it myself, but I'm ending up building myself. It's going to be the best fucking broom ever. I'm about 3/4 of the way done. I got the leather wrapped on the front. I'm going to wrap it. There's 2 other pieces I'm going to get. I got a special order, and then it'll be wrapped up, and then it'll be ready to be enchanted. I'll show you guys this broom. That was a manifestation. It took me a couple of months. Where am I going? What am I doing? I don't need to do it tomorrow. I don't need to do it right now. It doesn't have to be quick. It's a journey. That's your whole life. So if you can slow down and really observe yourself and look at people, are you teaching? They're telling you about relationships. You've got to look at your interpretation. You never look down at them. You never look sorrowful for them. You never give them pity or sympathy. You allow them their joy to be reflected back to your authentic. And that gives them an idea of reality change. You do not enable. You offer change. You offer bright light. You offer a place of authentic. But you got to learn to be that yourself, to yourself. You're the only one living in your fucking head. Why the fuck would you let other people tell you what to do, how to live? Well, because we were separated and that's all we knew. But we're awake now and we have a demand on ourselves, do we not? To be better for the self-discovery, for the love of the self. Not better as in more of myself, better for me. I deserve to live a life of freedom. I deserve to live a life of I am. I mean, I am, and I'm the only one here, so why can't I? The only one that says I can't is fucking me. This little monkey right here. So all of it, just do this work. It is phenomenal work that we do. It all starts with recognition. The transcendence is simple. Painful. Arduous. Almost, you just wanna curl up in the corner and cry because it's so. When you recognize all of the truths inside of you, it's embarrassing, and your mind doesn't stop. And you can't stop the mind. What I did is change it. I don't have 1,000 thoughts today on this and that, whatever. I have only resonant thoughts every day. I'm not exhausted. I'm not tired. I'm living and it's phenomenal and I want you to have it. Because you deserve it. I deserve it. I chose it. I'm not done. I got work to do. I'll tell you what, I'll find out. And I'll bring it to you. And then you can do it yourself if you want to. That's just for the honor for yourself. It's not for outside glorification. It's not to be labeled an ascended master. It's none of those things. Those are human things. It's the same. What can I do? What can I create for me now that I'm awake, now that I'm knowing? What can I do for me? And the weirdest thing, guys, which is a very difficult thing to learn. Because I had to learn it this way. I had to learn that this ascension that you are is everyday ideas. They're not specific ideas. You don't have to think about what you have to do. You just be yourself in the now, and the world will tell you. Your reality will tell you exactly where your conditions lie. Exactly how you can ascend yourself. Because when your thoughts get disrupted, when they get resistance, when they get polarized and conditioned, then it doesn't matter how the mirror reflected it to you, does it? I don't think so. Don't shoot the messenger, right? You got to recognize your thinking mind. You're recognizing your ego. Well, here's how: emotion, good or bad, just know it. It's your bullshit. And every time you think who you think you are, then you got another layer to go, and another layer to go, and another layer to go, and it almost seems endless. But then you start to feel something, and I can't give it to you, and I wish I could. I wish I could bottle it and sell it to you guys. You get a piece of your own business. You get a knowing that locks into place. You get a vibrational relationship to yourself that's unwavering. It's just this beautiful fucking thing. So ascension for you is to recognize your belief systems, humble yourself to them, transcend them by no longer engaging in your business. So someone is being drunk and they text you. Where is it written in law that you will be punished by violence? That person is a toxic MF, and you have to text them back. You have to answer the call. What the fuck are you doing? Do you guys get it? Let me show you. Let me show you, masters. I will show you. Pay attention. Now, there is nothing else. Nothing else. Everything is in your world now. There's no thing else. Don't deny yourself. You have a memory that says there's this, that says there's that. But if it's not your now, you are creating your now with a memory. So when something comes knocking at your door, it's a text. And it's something you don't want to deal with. Why do you engage? Why do you pick up the phone? Why do you return the call? Why do you argue? Recognition. That's my ego. That's my identity. That's my false God. That's my identified self of separation that is needing attention, needing to get back, needing to get evil. Need, want, I have to, I'm supposed to. That's you selling you a reality. And people around you will tell you you have to. Your churches, your religions, your fucking parents, your spouses, your lovers, they're telling you to behave in a certain way. You got to be worth it to yourself to break those ties and change it. It's not that you lose these things. Don't be so obtuse. You don't lose anything. You change it. You change the relationship. So the now is this. This is my life right here. There's no tomorrow. There's no yesterday. When I get up, it's now. When I'm moving through my day, it's now. Okay? Try it. Work hard at it. Work diligent at the now. And you will not be connected to all these things that keep you tied up. To try and convince anyone to see the point of view is already filed with intent, and intent is filled with unworthiness. Who cares who comes and goes? Yes. Okay? But if you have a pain, if you have an angst, if you have a desire to connect to that outside, to have that relationship, that's your recognition of your ego. That's where transcendence must occur. That's where you have to break the cycle and change your behavior. You care for others because you need them to identify your worthiness, because you were never taught worthiness. You were taught unworthy. You have to earn respect. Show me what you can do. How can you make a living in this world? How can you contribute to society? Fuck the pressure. Hello, Michael Johnson from down under New Zealand. Hello. Sorry, I'm shitty at the accent, but hi, welcome. You know, I watched the albatrosses in New Zealand. It's a live through Cornell Lab YouTube. I've watched it for the last 3 years, and the albatrosses that are down on that island, phenomenal. If you guys want to see the most stunning freaking bird, watch it grow and fledge and how big these albatrosses are. You pick them up and they sit them in their laps. Anyways, that's what I thought about New Zealand. Anyways, guys, that now is clean, is pure. Your memories, your habits, engage. Think about what's coming up. Think about the drama that's coming up. Think about the political election. That's not your world. You don't know the power of vibration. You do, and trust more than the power of now, the power of the past, the power of fear, the power of the future, the power of need, the power of desire, the power of avoidance, and the power of safety and security. You are well versed in that, and it is appetical for you to pursue it. But I'm telling you, the power of now crushes all reality. It destroys them. They're not there. They're not there. The co-created world is based, the co-created world that you create is based on your vibration. When that outside world comes knocking, with this political election coming up, when the aliens come sometime, maybe 2028, the timeline keeps moving, it's going to be chaos. Are you going to be involved? Is that where you want to go? Is that the energy you want to give? You want to be involved in what's right and what's wrong? Or will you live now and create your sanctuary and create your world and create a world, a bubble that is your world, that is separate than all other worlds, because there is never one world. There is only and ever more your world. As Kim just wrote, you create your own reality. This is phenomenal shit that we're teaching, guys. This frees you from all pain, all suffering, all happiness. Yeah, happiness, joy, ecstasy. Dwindling versions of the bliss of yourself, the gestalt, the whole, the unconditional relationship of love that you have with all of reality. But you can feel only polarity, because that is your truth, that is your separation, that is your journey. The master is awakened. The master recognizes. The master transcends. The master learns vibration, discerns itself, chooses an unknown part of itself, and develops its own persona, and brings the light to the table, no matter what lies in front of it. It does not hesitate. It does not bend. It does not be apologetic or make excuses for its own existence. But you have to do it yourself. You can't buy a course and then do the videos and say, I did the homework. No, you got to do the work. We lay it out for you. My classes are exceptional. I changed so many lives. Why? Because I changed mine. Mine. I have to change me. That's why others change. You can do this. Now. That's when you live. Don't invite the past in. Don't invite the future in. It's a habit. It'll stir up fears. It'll stir up anxiety. And you have to weather that storm by being now. And allow those fibrous are vibrational beings to transcend through the fibrous being of yourself. I love when I experience a condition. I take it in, I let it swim in me, I let it bathe in me. No matter how good or bad it is, it becomes me. It courses through my very veins, and I learn and I grow because I'm a vibrational tactician. We're all vibrating light. And that's what I am. And that's what again, when I absorb this, I take it in with the total surrender and humility of my own being so I may know these things. And as always, when I know something, I don't repeat it because I'm changed. Always changed. It's great for you all to come tonight. I really appreciate it. I think that's all I have to say. I have to do something about the broom. I don't know how. It's so big. It's 8 feet long. It's so big. I don't think I can put it here. Maybe I can take a picture. Jennifer writes, unconditional love will sniff you out every moment and vibrate back to you exactly. You in exactitude, I love it, who you're going to be. It is so delicate, yet so exciting. Absolutely. That's right, Tim. Beautiful, Master. And you're welcome, Tim. And everyone else out there. Kim, thank you so much. Michael, great of you to join. Debbie just shot in. Hey, Debbie, thank you so much for the $25 super chat. Thank you so much, darling. Woohoo, Kimmy. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Willow. Thank you, JP. Mwah. Language of lights. Lots of laugh YouTube. All right, guys, listen. Go be your masters, all of you. You're worth the exploration. You're worth the self-discovery. You're worth the journey. Trust yourself, okay? All right, everyone, listen. So our next now, will be the master you know you want. I love you all. Good night.